Yeah. So it's recording now. Yay.
Cool, cool.
Okay, and then can you see me?
I can see you in your laptop screen.
Okay, I'm trying to get. I can just see you a little bit.
How about now?
Oh yeah. It's just is it. Oh, I think that's what's wrong. Huh, that's strange. I guess this is just how big it's gonna get. The screen is like a little tiny little screen. Okay, stop.
Unless it's doing it because I'm doing it from my phone. How about now?
Oh, you think? Huh.
Maybe. Like I just turned my screen. I don't know if it got bigger on that side by any chance.
It did. It's okay. I'm just, usually it's like, oh hey, you're there, but it's like, oh hey, you're there. It's a little screen.
Oh, I see it. I can see.
Yeah, I don't think it's your screen. I think it's my screen. There has to be an option to like make it bigger, right?
Maybe. You know what? Because normally when people do it on their laptops, they have a PowerPoint, so it makes the person smaller, so you can show the PowerPoint.
Oh, okay. So that's probably just how it's gonna be. That'll work. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you can see me and I can see you, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, we are gonna get started. How's your day going?
Going pretty good.
Good.
How about you?
Yeah, it's going. It's going good. Yeah. I
That's
went to
good.
church and yeah, that was cool.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah. All right. Let me pull up my notes here. Let's see. Yeah, so we'll just do like a review
Okay.
because we already did this, but I was like, oh my gosh, I need to do this before week
Oh, that
12.
is fine.
Um, okay. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna ask like a lot of questions and I'd like to just get to
Okay.
know your goals and know what you're needing here.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are some goals that you have that you would like to
Um.
talk about?
Hmm. Some goals that I have are, of course, continuing like with the whole book thing and trying to market it. Um, Trying to market it a little bit better and keep that going. Um, I've been working with a group. It's like Christian singles, like doing different little things, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And we thought about making it like a podcast.
Ooh. Okay.
So doing something like that. What else? Of course, continuing writing poetry
Yeah.
and just kind of doing that as well. When things come to mind, or either doing it with um, Sunday school lessons, like like we had talked before. That's pretty much it right now. I mean, of course, besides being debt free, working on that, that's pretty much it.
Sweet. Awesome. Oh yeah, and your poetry night thing.
Hmm.
How's that going?
It's going good. I actually, so there's another group that I think I'm in a lot of groups, but there's another group that I'm in where we kind of study scripture a little further. We found that at a local library, they have their own like camera production area that people can rent out.
What?
Uh, yeah, I was like, we didn't know that. One of my sisters from church, she works at the library, and when all of us were there, she was like, "Hey, she knows I do photography, and the other gentleman he does photography." She was like, "Let me show y'all something." I was like, "Oh, well then, that's nice to know." So maybe I can try to use that to my advantage with the poetry night thing. So um haven't planned it out just yet. Finish with the book
Okay.
part, which but then also, just really marketing that right now, but still have the poetry night thing to do it for me.
Okay. So the it's basically like you could like record something or you could have an event and you could like record it live. Like what would that look like at the library?
Kind of probably like recording it live, something like
Ah,
that.
okay. So and then a couple other goals that are coming back to me. You said you wanted to travel, right?
Yes.
Travel. And yeah, the main thing was poetry.
Hmm.
All right. And then it's good that we're doing this again because last time I didn't have my outline that I made and then I just found
Hmm.
it. I'm like, there's some things that I didn't ask you. So that's good.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, so what is like your previous experience in?
My previous, ugh, can't talk today apparently. You said my previous experience in, like, from the last meeting or
Or just
for
like
what?
previous experience in your life, like, like
Oh,
work, like church.
um, s- so my previous experience, of course, I started off at a fast food restaurant,
Oh, okay.
and actually, I'm sorry, it started before that. I started off delivering newspapers,
Oh, okay.
and then went up from there, and now I work in IT. Of course, I am a avid church goer. I do love going to church and praising God,
Hmm.
and also learning. Let's see what else is there. Um, I've been through a couple of downfalls in life, of course. From being homeless to not having my father in my life to um, what else? Not my father in my life, and then also just taking care of my mother and me. But otherwise than that, um, yeah, I mean, those experiences helped me to be who I am today. And of course, the Lord helping me and showing me different things and
Hmm.
showing me how to be a better person and that kind of thing. So,
It's cool. That's cool. And then let's see. So as far as like the book goes, that was something that we just talked about, and then you got it fully edited. You got how many poems are in your book?
I want to say there's about 13 poems,
Cool.
and I mixed some of my photography that I did with it,
Nice.
putting some pictures in there. So the crazy thing about it, when I was using the Amazon editor, like some of the stuff didn't, it wasn't placed properly. So like one page was half and then it went to another page.
Yeah.
But what I figured I could market it as perfectly imperfect. And then also helping other people that feels like their stuff is not good enough or it's not ready or whatever, and encouraging them to, still do it. I mean, especially if it's your first time and you don't really know much about it. You just, so I can market it that way.
Yeah, yeah, totally. And then have you gotten any buys yet? Has anyone bought it yet?
From my understanding, I know of three so far. I just don't know how. I guess I got to find out once Amazon deposits the money or whatever. I don't know how that part works. But my sister purchased it. Um, well, she said she was going to purchase it. I don't know how to tell who actually purchased it. I just know people said that they were going to or that they have. So I guess time will tell whatever notification Amazon gives or that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. There's I can look it up for you. There's a way you have to go to basically like the back office, and then it'll
Mm-hmm.
tell you how like where someone purchased it from, and then how many purchases there were. But I think it's
Oh,
yeah, I'll have to look it up.
I,
I know it's
I'll probably look at. I try to play around with the little thing that they give me, as far as with editing and all that stuff.
yeah, yeah,
I think I probably got to sign in.
yeah, it's the same thing. It's Amazon Author Central, and
Oh,
you signed into that, right? Because that's where.
maybe I don't. Maybe not,
Okay, let me check.
but I can sign into it though.
Okay, so you go to Amazon Author Central, and then you log in, and then there's something else. Let me see if I can log in real quick.
Okay.
I know this is like beyond right now. Hold on.
You're fine.
Code. They're supposed to send me a code. Oh, they sent it to my email address.
Mm.
What is
What?
going on with all of this? Okay, verification code 17234. Okay, so Author Central. Okay, so you'll log into Amazon Author Central,
Mhm.
and then you'll go to sales info, Oh, I'm sorry, books. Well, let me see. There's got to be a way. Sales rank. Here we go. Okay. So you log into Author Central under sales info. You do sales rank, and then it'll show you your weekly sales.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
Cool.
And let me see. Yeah, so yeah, just to like recap, I like to my style of teaching or coaching is to be like supportive and also very like goal based. So I like to like help you identify your goals and then make steps to work with and achieve your goals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then so I guess we could just like define a goal for this session. Is there anything like you listed a couple of goals, but is there anything that we could like I guess narrow it down to? Yeah, narrow it down for?
Um, we can stick to the poetry
Sure. Sure, that'll work.
or if you
Or what? Sorry. What'd you say?
now say we could not say we could stick to the poetry. If you want to do a different goal, then that's fine. Either way.
Yeah, poetry's fine. Poetry's good.
Okay.
Because it does look like you've had, like a goal accomplished. You said we're just gonna start writing the book, and then you finish the book, and the book is in, what do you call
Right.
it? It's in stores basically. So
There you go. That sounds good.
yeah, okay, cool. And then I'm trying to think. Yeah, so I submitted a review for you for your book.
I saw that. Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah, no problem. I did it because as far as like marketing goes, if someone sees a review, they're more likely to buy. They're more likely to buy your book. And then just thinking, so I have an online course,
Mm-hmm.
and it talks about the 6 principles of persuasion. And this really, really is helpful in marketing. And I didn't even know that. Like I was thinking the 6 principles of persuasion were good for helping people like reach their goals, but
Yeah.
it's kind of like the same thing. It's like if you want someone to, buy something, you're basically saying you have this goal and you want to reach it.
Right.
So,
Gotcha.
well, they're
I'm gonna
principles,
have to check it.
huh? You
Now,
say?
so I'm gonna have to check it out then.
Yeah, I can send you something about it. But one of the things is Number, wait, uh, social proof. So basically, number three in the principles of persuasion is social proof. So it says in marketing, if you want someone to buy something, you're going to have to make sure that there's like this social thing that says, hey, everybody's buying it. You should buy it. Right.
Right. Kind of like the keeping up with the Joneses concept people like to use
Right.
sometimes.
Right. It's per, you persuade people by saying, well, Destiny got the book and she said it was great. What's his face got the book and
Hmm.
she said it was great. So then like people are like, oh yeah, well this book is great. So I guess you know, I will buy it, you know?
Yeah, that's
So
true.
maybe this is just a thought, this is just an idea. Maybe for the next step in your book and for marketing it, you could like solicit your friends and your family to be like, hey, I just started this book. Do you think you can drop a review for me on Amazon, or something like that?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
because that
That's
would
a good idea.
like market your book and just, get the rank up. There's so many books in Amazon, but like, I think it would help if you had like more reviews, you know?
Right. I get you. Excuse me.
Hmm. Let's see. Um, have you like have you encountered any obstacles in like trying to do your poetry or in writing the book?
Yes. Trying to, I guess, organize it because so what I did was take some of the ones that I already wrote before, and I just did it in the same order that they were written in. But also going through Amazon to submit it, and they were like, "Oh, there's grammatical errors," and I had already used, like went through it and read everything, and I was like, "I don't see any other one." So having to submit that like 2 or 3 times. But then after a while, once I saw the email that it went through, I was like, "Oh, great! It finally went through."
Awesome, awesome. Well, it looks like you got you were very determined, and your determination didn't let you quit. And I mean, you published the book, you know,
Hmm.
which is good. So
Thank you.
I taught you the steps method, um, and we can review it. It's just number one was stewardship. Second one was time, putting a time frame on something. Number
Hmm.
three was excellence. Number four was having patience with yourself. And then number five was celebrating, right?
Hmm.
Um, so have you did you like celebrate yourself for that win of getting your book done, or did you take yourself out, or what did you do?
I didn't.
Okay.
um, I think if anything, it was kind of like I was just happy that it was done, and um, I guess I celebrated, but it wasn't like I actually went and did anything per se. but I was happy the fact that it was completed. You know, it was something that wasn't originally on my goal list for this year, but through your help and guidance, you know, I was able to accomplish it, and I did it.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna give you some homework. I love giving people homework. Your
Oh
homework
my gosh.
is to celebrate you, to celebrate yourself, to celebrate. That is a huge accomplishment. It's huge. Like being a published author is really, really a big deal, you know?
Hmm.
So whether it's like you cook yourself your favorite meal or you do like one specific thing to just celebrate yourself, I just really think
Okay.
that would help you feel better. Like in
Okay.
to be like, okay, I finished this goal. Let's party a
Yeah.
little bit, woo, and then we can go on to the next goal. You know,
Gotcha.
it might
Okay.
even be like a slice of vegan pizza or something.
Being vegan has ruined my pizza dreams.
They have vegan pizza, right?
Yeah, there's vegan pizza, but there's nothing like a good sausage and pepperoni and
Mm,
cheese pizza.
that sounds so good right now.
See?
Yeah, yeah, that sounds delicious.
See?
So
Exactly.
how's the vegan thing going? Like you said it was gonna be another month, right? Like
Uh, it's it's going. It's going. So today I had spaghetti. So I did organic sauce, mushrooms, and it wasn't tofu, but it wasn't meat. So it looked like meatballs, but it wasn't meat.
oh, it was like no meat. It was like fake meat, right?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't even that. It was made out of chickpeas. It was called falafel. Falafel. I think I said that right.
Oh,
But in the shape of meatballs,
cool,
which
cool.
it gave it a weird taste, but it was okay.
That's good. That's really all that matters. Is it was all right, and you ate it. I think I would be vegan if like I could find a way to make stuff taste like steak or meat or chicken. You know, like just the taste.
Well, there's a lot of different options. It's just they may not be the healthiest options. Like they're healthy, but they're not healthy.
Mm, right.
Like there's Beyond Burger, which is really good. It tastes just like a burger for the most part. Um, but it's not the healthiest thing to eat all the time because me, I'm a burger and fry person.
Mm,
So
mm.
you can be vegan and still eat super unhealthy.
Oh, wow.
But I did find out Oreos were vegan. So I had a whole pack of Oreos like on Friday.
Oh my gosh.
I
Oh,
know I know. I was like, by the time I got home, and I was like, oh man, son, like 2 rolls are gone. What happened? But that's probably the sweetest thing besides coffee that I've had since doing the vegan thing.
yeah, I don't really eat sweets like that, but if I were to eat Oreos, I would have to have milk with it. I would have to dip the
Hmm.
Oreo in the milk like that.
Hmm.
Okay,
Oh my god.
wait. I gotta ask you some more questions. We gotta get this together.
Okay.
Okay. So we did some role playing a couple of sessions ago. Like you helped me write a poem, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that was cool.
What happened?
Um, all right, let's see. So, all right. So, what are some other goals that you have for poetry? We got the book.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Just to, I guess from this point, just encouraging other people to write, um, encouraging other people to write and express themselves through poetry.
Okay. Okay. And then I think I'm trying to remember one idea that we had come up with was maybe like an online class, right?
Mm-hmm.
An online course.
Right.
And then also, have you incorporated like your poetry, and you said you're going to incorporate your poetry into Sunday school, is that right?
Yeah, like the Sunday school lessons.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this I would do that, incorporate them. I've been able to write them, like as far as I think the last one I told you, I was able to write it, but me trying to find time to incorporate it, that's been kind of a hard part because I'm trying to focus on teaching them, the lesson itself, till when it comes to going into that part, I kind of run out of time,
Mm.
because it's like 45 minutes, and then I'm just like, okay, I didn't, I guess I don't plan it into the lesson. So, I mean, that's on me, of course. Just learning how to plan it into the lesson itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense because you gotta, I guess, teach them the lesson, right? Yeah. So,
Hmm.
hmm.
I was thinking maybe something like on the kids' night or fun night or something that can maybe that can be a part of it, because then I don't really have to focus so much on a lesson, but it's like a fun night. It can be like you know, can incorporate poetry that way.
Right. Yeah. Right. So, do you think that the people around you like support your growth in poetry?
Yeah, I actually have a lot of support than I realized.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely even once when I first read my poem out loud, a lot of people are like, "Hey, it's really good. Keep going, all this stuff." And then even when I posted the link to the book, a lot of people were sharing it, and some of my family members were like, they want to buy it, and or if I post something, an excerpt from one of the poems, there was always some type of support, whether in person or through social media.
Sweet. And then we also talked about it's all coming back to me. We talked about you having a Facebook page, right? Or
hmm
a website. Was there any did you did
Like a
you
page made.
yeah. Yeah, did you think to do a blog or a website for your poetry at all?
I started on the page and then I stopped. I didn't make a Facebook page. The only like with me and blogging is like the issue I had with writing a diary. Like I guess like making the time to do it. Like I'll start off making time and then I will fall off. And then once I fall off for so long, I forget it. And then I'm just like, oh, yeah, that blog thing I have. So I guess trying to figure out what I would post or having like a content created for me to know to post, I guess.
Mhm. Mhm.
So just kind of not saying that it won't ever be done, but just kind of planning that part out.
Right. Makes sense. Well, I mean, I think there's a lot of things that you're doing for your poetry, and you just have to keep in mind like you in the past you were determined to write your book and you figured out how to do it, right? You
hmm
carved out like the time and you did it,
Right.
so it's just about like I think making small actionable steps daily so that you can get where you want to go, right?
Gotcha.
Because I think, well, do you think that, do you think that something might be holding you back from reaching your goals?
No, I don't think anything's holding me back. If anything, myself, just I have to put more effort and push more with it.
Yeah, I think for everyone, it's not just you, it's not just me. Like I think everyone gets to the point where they're like, well, I want to be successful, but at the same time, like I don't want to be. So
Yeah.
I face that. I face that a lot, and like in my regular life, it's just like I had to like make sure that I defined the fear. Like what is the fear?
Right.
What is this? What is holding you back? What is stopping you from going forward? Right? Because
hmm
like for me, it was me too. Like um, when like for example, when I took my realtor's test 2 years ago, I
hmm
failed by 1 point, and I was
Right.
so upset, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was frustrated, and I was just like, I just let it go, you know, and it kind of like hurt myself because I love realty, and I took myself on a 2 year journey.
Yeah.
I got another licensure. I was in a completely different place than I was supposed to be. But it was like me. I took me on a 2 year journey, you know.
Right.
And then I had to repeat it. Like I had to repeat uh, my licensure again. I had to repeat the school. I had
Oh,
to repeat the test. You
oh
know,
my goodness.
I know. But the thing is, like, I think if we can just be like, if I was honest with myself, I think if I would have said, okay, Destiny, you tried to do this by yourself. Maybe you should take another course and maybe you should go and be supported around people, you know, like maybe if I was like honest
Mm-hmm.
with myself, then it would have spared me two 2 years of
Right, right.
of of trial, you know. So um I'm not saying that you're like afraid of success or anything like that. What I'm saying is like maybe we could have a conversation about what you think might be blocking you from going forward. Do you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
For
I
me,
think
it was fear, but you can go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, no, you're fine. I think it's me. Like sometimes I take on a lot more than I can handle at times, and then like different stuff will fall off, or I'll be like, oh, this is not as important, so let me not worry about this right now, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'll worry about the task. That's probably I'll kind of prioritize everything, but my priority on, let's say, stuff for myself isn't always the highest priority when it comes to stuff like that.
Right. That's true. And then like just like the time for me, it was like time, and I was like in in this jam. It was like the money. I kept thinking about that. You know, I was like the time, the money, all of these obstacles, right? But I just had to make a plan and then say, okay, so like, do you really want this? Do you really, really want this? Because if you do, then you'll prepare and you'll make steps and you'll take steps, right? But
Right.
if you let yourself hold yourself back, then you'll be like, yeah, I want to be a real estate agent, but I don't really want to be, you know, like
Yeah, I got you.
yeah, like kind of like the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. It's like if this is what you really want, then
Mhm.
you'll just get this like determination and just say, we've got to make it happen, you know? And
Right.
how I help myself do that is I write out a list of positive affirmations like every morning.
Hmm.
And they're on my refrigerator. My refrigerator is like
Mm-hmm.
covered with things that I want to accomplish or that it's covered with things that I believe but that I want in myself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like that might be a good idea for you to do. Um, because it really helps me have like more confidence
Mm-hmm.
in me, confidence in God, and just confidence in the fact that if you write it down, like I think it says I don't know what the statistic is, but if I can look it up, if you write something down, you're like 10 times more likely to accomplish it. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
every day I just have to like say, okay, I wrote this down and I say it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have a goal. I have a goal of making $20,000 a month. And I say that almost every day. I make $20,000 a month. And then if you keep saying that in your brain, then your brain's gonna be like, okay, well, I'm not gonna procrastinate, or I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be lazy or anything like that because I make $20,000 a month, you know? So it's kind of like
Right.
you trick your brain to be motivated.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I do that with the word. I have positive affirmations. For me, the Bible is like the most positive affirmation you can have, right? I start
Right.
off with reading scriptures, saying the scriptures out loud. And then I start off with all of the positive affirmations that I've made for myself. I'm successful. I'm a homeowner. I make $20,000 a month. And I go through that. And after that, I feel like I could like conquer the whole world, you know?
Right.
So, um, I think having confidence in God first and confidence in yourself and your abilities, it'll help you like be like, okay, I've got this goal. I wrote the goal out, and then I say the goal every day. The goal is with me. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't take but 15, 20 minutes every day, to get up early
Right.
or something. Well, you get up early. You get up early.
I try to. It's rough some days.
Yeah, but just to carve out a couple of minutes out of your day for yourself, right? Because,
Yeah.
you know, if you don't make you a priority, then nobody else in the world will make you a priority. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if you don't prioritize you, no one else in the world is obligated to make you a priority.
Right.
Just you. That's it. So, I mean, it's kind of scary. Those times are kind of like scary though, to be like, well, if I make me a priority, then my job might suffer, or
Yeah.
or other things might suffer. But it's like, okay, like for me, I realized that people like, what is it like? I think it's like a week. It's like a week or so. Like you'll be replaced on your job
Mm-hmm.
after a week. Like if something were to happen to you,
Right.
right?
They'll replace you quick.
Or if you quit, they will replace you within a week, you know? And I was like, oh man. So that shows me that that's how I value myself, right? Because if I'm replaceable, then people will replace me, right?
Right.
So that's why I started to do self-employment and to go along the path of self-employment, because I realized that if I set my value as self-employed, that means I can say, okay, well, my hour is worth $60 instead of $10,
Wow.
you know? So I don't know why I'm going off on this tangent right now.
It's cool. It's cool. I understand.
Yeah, so I mean, oh, it is scary. It's scary. It's scary to go out and to be like, okay, where am I going to get clients? How am I going to do this? Like, but the thing for me, it's like if I don't, I figured if I didn't just give myself permission to dream, then I would be stuck in this never-ending rodeo of working for someone. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
um, like, if I didn't make time for myself, if I didn't prioritize what I needed to do, then I would be stuck in this like cycle, you know? So, um,
Right.
it's not bad to have like a job. That's not what I'm saying. But just like for me, I kind of let 2 years, I kind of
Yeah.
let the fear of being successful or the fear of trying to do something like hold me back from even
Mhm.
trying to do something. You know what I mean? So, um, there's a lot to think about, you know, and like just make time for you, make time for what you want to do, and be honest with yourself. Like I had to be honest with me, and I had to say, I'm not happy. I'm not happy at this job.
Mhm.
I had to be honest and say, I'm not happy here. There's got to be more. I started my business, it failed, but at least I tried. You know what I mean? Like
Right. Right.
at least I tried. And if it takes what, how many like how many times did Warren Buffett fail, or how many times did Oprah fail? Oprah, she got fired.
Mhm.
She was fired. You know, so maybe it takes a couple times. Maybe it takes. This will be my third time launching my massage business, but hey,
Hey, gotta keep going.
I'm launching it again.
Mm.
So, um, yeah, I mean, we 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 lose when we fail. We fail when we give up. We fail when we stop dreaming. We fail when there's no dream. When there's just, I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna get by, right? And
Mhm.
that's it. Like we fail when we stop dreaming about the possibilities, you know?
Right.
So are there like, as far as like your poetry, like what is your like dream? What is like, if money didn't exist, if you could do anything and everything, like what would poetry look like for you?
Just doing poetry and traveling all over the world. That's what
Yeah, I can't really hear you that much.
I do. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Okay. I said just doing poetry and traveling.
Yeah. Yeah. That seems
Well,
that
that's what
seems
I would do.
yeah. I mean, and the thing is, we have to realize that my dream of having a real estate company and having my name on a uh, a uh, a building. I was like 5 years old, I think. I went to bed and I had this dream about me
Hmm.
having my name on the building. And it was like in these beautiful letters. It was all carved out. And I was like, what is that? And it was just a simple dream. But I'm like, now it's like,
Yeah.
God gave me this dream and we know what it's about. We know that it's about a realty company, but it
Right.
means that if I want to get there, I am going to
Mm-hmm.
work for it.
Right.
I'm going to have to work past failures, work past making time for something. I'm gonna have to work past all of that if I really want this dream to come true.
Right.
So that's a cool dream that, you know, doing your poetry and traveling, but it's like, okay, how are we gonna get there?
Mm. Right.
Like, what are we gonna do every day so we can edge out getting to working, just working with poetry and traveling, you know? And
Gotcha.
yeah, that's a beautiful dream. That's a wonderful dream. I think kids have it good. Kids kids understand they haven't been crushed with life yet. So they
Yeah.
understand. They're like, well, they don't know the concept of money, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when you ask them, what do you want to be when you grow up? They literally think they can do anything in the world. They have no limits. They have no limits. Most of
Mm-hmm.
the time, the limits are in our brain.
Mm-hmm.
All the limits is mental. It's a mental barrier, right?
Right.
Because you most definitely can travel. You most definitely can do your poetry. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's that's something that you can do. It's just like what work do we need to do to get you there, you know?
Right.
And what do we have to let go for that to happen, you know?
Mm.
I had to let go of my
Gotcha.
pride for real estate because I was proud. I was prideful and I said, I can deal with I can be without realty, you know?
Mm-hmm.
My pride said, well, I was wounded because I missed one question and I literally missed it by 1 point. I was like hurt about that to the point where I was like,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, I'll just give up on this dream and I'll just let it go. But my heart was like, wait a minute, you love houses, you know? Like
Yeah.
you go to open house. I went to open house today. I go to open
Mm-hmm.
houses every Sunday after church. I've been doing that for years,
Mm.
right? And so it's like you love this, you love realty, you were prideful, you let it go, and now you're humble again. You know, you got to go back to school. You went back to school.
Right.
You know, you took the test. You gotta take. I gotta take the test again.
Yeah.
This is my 5th time taking it. But in the future, like if we can just like take a glance in the future looks like I make millions of dollars in real estate. I have my own house. I'm married. I have kids. You know, that's what the future looks like. But now it's like, okay, how do we get there?
Right.
It's going to take a lot of time, sweat, and tears to get there. So your there is poetry and traveling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your there is poetry and traveling, and we just got to say, okay, how do we get from here, where we are now, to the future? How do we get there? You know.
Right.
So I guess that's my motivational speech for today.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So I think that's all. I think I want you to just like explore. I want you. Maybe we could talk maybe a little bit more because we've been on here for what is it, like an hour? Maybe just
Um,
before we stop. How long is it? I don't know. I don't know how long it's been, but we'll stop after I ask you a couple more questions. Um, I just lost the question. Remember, Destiny, you just. Oh, okay. So I just want you to. Um, okay, homework number one is to celebrate yourself, i.e.,
mhm.
take yourself somewhere new that you haven't gone to. Um, I don't know, get a vegan cupcake or something. um, so that's homework number one. And then homework number two, I would say let's frame your future. Let's frame it. Let's go more into detail
Mhm.
about what your future looks like. So we'll just do like a simple exercise and then I'll let you go.
Okay.
You look a little sleepy there.
I am like I don't. I think it's this weather. Like it's been up and down,
Uh-huh.
and like yesterday, I was pretty much out all day. Um, since that morning. Then got up early this morning. I went to bed late last night.
Mm,
Well, I consider it late, but late for me. Um, so then I'm like, oh goodness. Like I started noticing my eyes like, oh snap. I'm not trying to fall asleep. I'm
it's a,
really interested. It's just I,
yeah, I understand. I understand. You do a lot of stuff. I'm due for a nap too. I'm due for a little nap. I could go for a nap. I could.
gotta take a little sleep, even if it's 15 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm kind of hungry too. So I understand. So okay,
Please
so
get something to eat.
I know I've been doing better this week, but like the past couple of weeks, I just haven't really been wanting to eat that much. So I call it
Hmm.
fasting, but I don't think it's fasting. It's just like I haven't really had an appetite. So. Um,
Yeah.
I had breakfast. I had breakfast, so. But it's almost like what is it? It's almost 4 o'clock. It's time for dinner. Not lunch. It's time for
Yeah.
dinner. I don't
Hmm.
know. We'll see. Just sometimes I'm just like I don't have that conversation anymore. What's for dinner? It's just me. So I'm like, what's for dinner?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. Spaghetti?
Hmm.
Spaghetti? Nah. Spaghetti. Ooh, see, look at you. I was gonna make some chicken parmesan
Mm.
because that's like spaghetti, and I have the spaghetti sauce, and then I have chicken, so that means that I don't have to be, going and getting all the extra stuff. I just might get some garlic bread though. I have an obsession with
There
garlic
you
bread.
go.
It's a mozzarella. Okay, I might have to go
Oh,
to the
that
store
sounds good.
for mozzarella. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna do some eggplant, some eggplant parmesan. They have chicken parmesan and they have eggplant parmesan. Okay, all right. I gotta test myself for like ADHD, man. Because sometimes I'm like,
It's all good.
what are we talking about? Okay, okay. Exercise. We're gonna close our eyes. And we're going to visualize the future.
Oh my goodness.
What does the future look like? What does it smell like? What does
What?
the future taste like? The future is you doing your poetry full time and traveling all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what is it? What does it look like?
Yes, it is.
Let me know what's going on. Like, what's going on in the future?
Um, can be just traveling and either teaching poetry or getting to a point where I recite it,
Okay, okay,
poetry in different places.
okay, okay. So you're like on a stage and you're like, there's like
Ooh.
millions of people and they're like,
Ooh.
"Hmm, let's give it up for Jonathan, the poet. What?
I'm gonna give my poetry to somebody else and be like, hey, you can go read it on stage if you want. Here's the book. Just tell them it's by me and like it's cool.
Well, this exercise is revealing a lot of things right now. Do you like, do you just like not want to be on stage?
I am not a I am a people person, but I'm not a people person.
Mm.
But like I used to be scared to get in front of people, but I'm not anymore. Like
Mm,
I don't care to I don't mind getting in front of people, but I also won't really do it willingly too much to a
mm,
certain extent, depending on what it is.
mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, hold on.
That's
I'm
something wrong
sorry.
with you. It's okay. We're almost done. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Oh, yeah. So, you know, um, I used to be like that. I used to definitely be like that. But the Lord, he told me, he's like, Destiny, like no one is going to be able to sing your song.
Hmm.
I hated singing. I hated singing. I didn't want to sing. Everybody said, "Oh, you have such a pretty voice. You gotta
Hmm.
sing. You gotta get a what did it say? A record deal. You gotta do this. You gotta do that." And then
Oh man.
part of me was like, "No, I don't want to do that. No, I was scared. I was fearful, but the Lord was like, nobody else is going to sing your song.
Right.
No one else has your vocal cords. And I said, okay, Lord, if it means that, like, you got to think about all the people that are going to be blessed by your obedience. You have to think about
Right.
all of the people that are waiting for you. When the Lord told me that, I was like, okay. He's like, how many people are waiting for you to preach? How many people are waiting for you to hear your story? How many people are waiting on you to be free? How many people are you going to take out when you say yes to me? And I said, okay, Lord, I will do that. I will preach. I will teach. I said, I'll even get on the plane if you ask me to. I hate planes. I hate flying.
Yeah.
I said, okay, I don't like to sing in public. But what happens if I sing in public and people get healed? If I sing in public and people get free? Then it's like, okay, well,
Hmm.
I'll do it if it means that people will get free from it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I really think that, you know, I don't like, um, what is it? I don't like titles. I'll
Mm-hmm.
never title myself as a prophetess or anything like that. But what I will tell you is I believe that God will use you in lots of ways, and that it will be public and you will be on the stage, and I see it when I close my eyes and I said Jonathan's future. I saw you on a stage in front of millions of people, and I saw you sharing your story.
Mm-hmm.
You have a powerful weapon. You have a powerful weapon in your story. And if you don't tell your story, then millions of people will not be free. Then millions of people will be held back because you didn't tell your story. So that's just my 2 cents. That's my 2 cents. The Lord said it to me. He said, if you don't sing and if you don't preach, then people will be held back. And the thing is, you know, what I've noticed is that I started my ministry, there's like a few people that showed up. And then a couple months, there's a few more people. A couple more months, there's a few more people. A couple months, there's a few more people. And I'm starting to see, the last 2 weeks, there's been a lot of people, you know?
Yeah.
And the thing is, when we say yes, to God, when we say yes to His will, even if it's scary for us, things will be blessed and they'll be better, Like, imagine, I didn't know that I'd be reaching out to thousands of people every week.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I didn't want that. I didn't want it. I was like, I don't want to be on the stage. I don't want to, I just want to stay in my room. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
I'm put my phone on the charger.
okay.
I'm sorry, my phone's it's about to
Okay.
die. Yep, I think gave me the message. It's like, hey, I am going to die if you don't plug me up.
Right. And I think like one of the last things I'll say is I believe in you. I believe I can see it. I can see that you will do beautiful, wonderful things in the future. I believe in you wholeheartedly. Okay. And just believe in yourself and find people who support what you want to do. Right? You have a dream. This is your huge dream. Don't get discouraged because your dream's not coming to pass. Just get encouraged and get determined. Okay? Because there's people that are like me that are rooting for you, and you just have to believe. You have to believe that you can do it. You have to do it. You have to believe in yourself, and believe in what God has given you to do, because I believe that you
Right.
have you will bless people by your obedience to God. You will bless people if you have the confidence in the belief in yourself, you know? So I'm your little cheerleader. You can do it. You can do it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because there's
I'm
days.
really doing that. I mean, so like,
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
oh no, you're fine.
Yeah. I mean, there's days. There's days where I'm like, I just can't even take this. I'm like, Lord, I can't take this anymore. And he's like, you can do it. You can do it. You got this. You know? So, yeah.
I appreciate it, and I will start working a little bit more on a goal as far as with executing. As far as with my poetry, I
Hmm.
just gotta, like I said, I just got focus myself and get it done.
Yeah. And just dream. Like, we got to dream. We got to dream again. We got to just, you know, like I was like really disappointed a couple of weeks ago, but I'm like, hey, God has made us to dream, and if we stop, if you, okay, Holy Spirit, thank you. He said, if you stop dreaming, that means that you're dead. The dead don't dream.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
think a dead person has ever had a dream. You're
No, no.
alive. You're alive. That means that you dream. It means you have to dream. Have to dream big,
Right.
dream. You have to have like these like whoa dreams,
Yeah.
And that for me, that's real estate. Real estate for me is like, you know, just the building with my name on it is like that's a big dream. That's a huge dream. That's a huge dream.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna come to pass. And I just have to do that. And the one thing I was taking my test and I just kept telling myself, I am going to get 100%. I am going to pass this test. I'm going to get 100%. Whenever I got a thought in my head that wasn't right, I said, I'm going to get 100%. I'm going to get 100%. And I passed my Colorado exam. I passed my state.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have to pass my national, but it's like just it's in the brain. It's like if you think, if you believe in yourself, if you
Yeah.
believe in what you're gonna do, then there nothing can stop you except
Mm-hmm.
for you. You know, that's the only person that can stop you. So
Right.
yeah,
I agree. I agree.
yeah. So I've been blabbing a lot.
Uh,
I've been talking a lot. So um, you got anything else, or you want to say anything, or what?
um, that no, that was pretty much it. Like you covered a good bit.
Okay, cool, sweet. That'll work. That will work. Cool. So hopefully this thing recorded everything. Yeah, because I'm
I
actually
think so. I have.
what'd you say?
I think so. I have a little record uh icon on my side, so
Oh,
I
okay.
think it did.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, homework is celebrate yourself and just frame your, if I can talk, Destiny, frame your future. Like you want to get a specific, like what does it look like? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, the Bible says, write the vision, make it plain, so that others can run with it. So it's like you got to write your own vision. You got to write what you want to do with your life. You know?
Right. I got you.
Yeah. Yep. So, I'm yawning too. I was about to yawn.
See, it's
Man.
contagious. I'm probably going to knock out and maybe knock out in a little bit. I don't know. Probably grab something to eat.
Yeah. That's cool. I think I might make it vegan though. I think I'm gonna make some maybe chicken parmesan with some, what did I say?
Garlic bread.
No. Yes, garlic bread. There's gonna be garlic bread in there. But eggplant. I make some chicken and eggplant. So I can try either one to say, okay, I made the vegan option. Then I made the chicken option, you know?
Oh.
Yeah. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
I'm going and get ready before I be done fell asleep on here. Not intentionally, but be done fell asleep.
Well, that just means that you're alive, Jonathan, because you're dreaming.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, thanks for redoing this with me. Cause like,
Oh, no problem.
yeah, I never used Zoom before, so I was like, how do I record this? And then, before you know it, it's Sunday again, and you're like, oh, what, what, what? Okay, alrighty. Okay, so
Yeah.
nice talking to you, and thanks for helping me. And I will send this to my,
You're welcome.
yeah, I'm gonna send this to my coach guy, and I think I have like 7 more weeks because I have to do a practical. I have to do another practical. But anyways, I'm gonna like officially graduate in like 7 weeks. So
Well, you got this. I know you're going to do awesome.
thanks so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay.
All right. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Yeah, you too. You too. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.